Another survivor? But I've never seen you in the tower. Were you one of the Professor's assistants in the downstairs projects? Did he escape with you? That sounds like him. Professor Hughes was very thoughtful. I mean, he is very thoughtful. I'm sure he found a way to get out. He must have! Alistair is remote enough that we don't get a lot of visitors. And with our research, fewer visitors. Oh, you mean Agarth? He visits Hughes every once in a while. You should be able to find him in Gorhart, just down the road. We all knew Fomerus was a genius, but I'll admit, even I had my doubts about him being able to bring the dead. Guess the Tuatha weren't very pleased that it worked. I just don't understand the Tuatha. I mean, most Fae aren't violent, but the Tuatha are some sort of cult among the Winter Fae. Before they invaded Erythel, no one could have imagined the Fae ever marching to war. Brilliant idea, the Well of Souls. Plucks dead people out of the ether, rebuilds their At least that's what it was supposed to do. We should be safe here. I told them we needed more guards. You've come from the tower, haven't you? Name's Agarth. Maybe you can help an old Fate Weaver, eh? Did he? Poor old Fomerus Hughes. What a shame. He's probably dead by now. The cards told me that the Well of Souls would work, but Hughes's success would come on the day of his death. He took it pretty well, honestly. Although we did a lot of drinking after that. I suppose I could spare a little help in memory of Hughes, or in celebration of his success. Whichever. You're the one. Then that means it all makes sense now. The cards this morning. I drew the Gravedigger, the Running Man, and the Beast. Prepare yourself. They're coming.
Die, Dustling! Time for a drink! Another dustling with a fire.
What? How? What are you? The threads of fate. I've seen them before, but I've never seen... You just changed how the world was supposed to work. How did you do that? Hughes may have brought you back to life, but that was still part of fate's plan. Nothing short of a god can do what you did. Come here. I'm going to do a reading. You might be able to change the threads, but fate will still have a plan for you. I promise not to tell you if I see your death. It's a gift. Some people paint landscapes, other people write poetry. I peer into the weave of fate's tapestry and see people's deaths. That would be my guess. He was an academic, but he had a proper respect for Fate's plan, unlike most gnomes. You're nervous. Relax. This is what Fate Weavers do. I'll be seeing your place in the pattern of destiny. Who you are, what you've done, where your path takes you. Or, at least, I should be. You're real, right? I swear I haven't had that much. Fate's weave is always hard to see. It's in motion, hard to make out, but undeniably there. Yours is just missing. This doesn't make sense. All mortal creatures have a place in the pattern. You should have one too, dead or not. If this is true, and I'm not saying I believe it, then your path is yours to determine. I can see the threads around you, but they're shifting, changing so rapidly, I can't make sense of them. Normally the threads would guide my hand to the cards, and I'd use those cards to see your pattern in the weave. But it just didn't happen. They wouldn't focus. So either there's something wrong with me, and there isn't, or there's something very wrong with you. It could mean nothing, or it could mean everything. The world is changing. You might be a sign of that, or maybe the cause. I've never had a reason to doubt my own readings, but we should consult with Arden. He's not a friend, but he's got a good eye for the tapestry. I'll meet you at his home to the east. I'm going to see if I can be of any help to the wounded at the tower. The Fate Weavers were once a great, unified order of sages from all the mortal races. We foretold the destiny, but that power takes a toll. Nobody likes bad news. And now the old traditions are all but lost. And all I foretell is the fate of my beer. And I see it being empty soon. The Tuatha aren't like any Fae I've ever known. They're cruel, bloodthirsty, and savage. Why, they're practically human. Hughes was always an odd one. Curious and determined as any of his kind, sure.
He never but he always knew what was important. He didn't worry about dying as long as he knew he'd get the well working. We are all threads in the tapestry of fate. Measured, our title old, and when a fate weaver looks at your place in the weave, we see only the shapes of what you may choose to become. You can find Arden's little cottage in the middle of Joven. Had to move there when he got... He's a damned good fate weaver. But that doesn't make you very popular. Especially not in dark days like... Once I was Agarth the Unyielding, the Blade of Avgrum. I wrestled the Colossus priestess but that wasn't enough for me. I joined the Fate Weavers, hoping to find a way to conquer destiny itself. Turns out that's just it. I don't know if you've got one. He lives in a little hut to the east in... What could this all mean?
Of all the songs in halls of lore, there echoes none more grand than Olane's many feats of might, the pure and lady of the light. She is a knight of golden knot. She is the cure seeker, the conscience of the summer fae. She is the heart of spring, of day.
Everyone just stand back. The warden can't work when you're crowding so close. Go back to your business. Go on. Keep moving. This business doesn't... Unless you're an expert scholar on the Fae, I'd suggest you move along. No reason to be out in the open with the Red Legion about. I don't know if you noticed, but St. Ordwig's mission closed its gate moments before that Fae's body turned up on the road. I don't like what that suggests. Not at all. I'd never seen one of them until a day or so ago. It appears that a small group of believe the story's friend. The Tuatha are mad. They have been The brothers of St. Ordwig's are an odd sort, scurrying back and forth across the mission like squirrels gathering nuts. I wonder what bandits, but no ordinary bandits. Surely you've heard of Red the Dead Idward. Or perhaps you should be fine if you stay inside the village. What are they? I'm not sure, but they've been here for longer than any of us can imagine. They're older than the trees. They have to be. They grew them. Humans and immortals cannot live together in peace, at least not forever. The peace we have with the Summer Court, you might call it a Fae nation, one of two united factions that rule their kind. The Summer Court are not... It's the other Fae, the Winter Court, that has spawned the dreaded Tuatha, a vicious clan of killers. Are you playing a trick or... We're going on 10 years of the mortals and the Tuatha locked in. Normally I'd decry the bloodshed, but this is a conflict that we cannot...
You picked the wrong village, friend.
I don't care what your race.
It's a tragedy whenever anyone's savaged like this. Just look at the poor creature. She's been beaten to the brink of death. The Fae may be strange, but they certainly don't deserve this. It appears she was attacked with some manner of short blade. Likely a dagger. People simply stood by as she called for help. No one lifted a finger. Can you... I don't know whether we possess the knowledge to treat such a wound. Frankly, I don't even know if I could save a mortal with such grievous wound. Well, you're the only one. With all the troubles we've suffered in this village, I'm going to suggest something a bit... untraditional. Seek her wisdom. I would do it, but... I am a coward. That's the truth. She spends her days in the precipice overlooking the village. She doesn't think we're aware of her presence. Hope you stay in town.
Cast down the brothers of St. Odwig's. Only when they fall to earth will they realize they are not above us.
Welcome to St. Odwig's perpetual mission. I would invite, although you have arrived just when I am in need of aid. We at St. Odwig's have worked for years to establish the call of the Feylands does not fall upon deaf ears, and many of our youngest don't have the will to resist. 2 nights ago, Egan ventured past the walls to collect firewood and never returned. Mitharu be praised. His order reigns. Brother Egan was last. Please find him. Perhaps Egan was last seen in the wood. Bless you.
Hello there.
May your hollow gods keep you, mortal. I am called A. Your face is new to me. You're different from those in Gorhard. Have you come to ask about the Tuatha? I can offer only... Yes, I witnessed this crime, although I did not recognize the one who perpetrated it. It is often... The victim was Illuvia, but I knew her only by name. You must be hoping that I can offer advice, but I cannot. However, I would be quite interested to find out whether one of my kind would benefit from one of your It will need to be powerful. Your delicate forms are far more sensitive than ours. In fact, it's astounding that you survive as long as you do. Perhaps your mortal apothecary can provide one. You can always create the potion yourself if you possess the... Farewell.
the Red Legion is about.
You there? Do you feel nauseous? Itchy? Have you noticed any blood leaking from your eye sockets? No, this situation could not be any worse. If the Red Legion is involved, then we could all be staring death in the face. What have I done? I'm sure I have a vial somewhere in this cottage, but I do not have the time to search for it. I'm sorry. Why ask questions when you could never understand the answers? If you must know, something of value has been stolen. An alchemical formula that only my apprentice, Karth, and I knew of my work on the formula. But he's gone missing. I do not deserve such goodwill after what I've engineered. I'm not sure where Karth may have gone, but I knew that before he came to me, he found shelter. Once you've ensured Karth's safety, you must learn what's happened to my formula. When you do, he always spoke of his time as a wastrel living in the abandoned halls of Agnor Farhall, the Arathi ruin. People say it's haunted, but people say many things. Goodbye. fighting in the Need war. Something? The action is in the east. No one's ever seen Tuatha this far.
Is it? Ugh, finally. Someone that looks like they could stand up to a moderate breeze. There's need for an adventurer such as yourself. Me and a crew are mounting an expedition to a new land, south of here. Ah, clever and strong, I see. It's as I said, we're going to the teeth of Naros, the land south of Dallas. If you want more information, seek Hellick Cross. He's leading us. We're camped Hellick's brainchild, if you can believe it. I don't share his optimism about the loot we'll find, but if we get only a fraction of it... The name's enough to put most explorers off. Bugger them, I say. Just less competition. Besides, what's in a name? I spent 2 years trying to make a fortune in a land called the Painted Orsks. Never did find out what an orc... Made a living pillaging the ruins of old places like Talarain. Robbing the dead tastes better than... I'm a good enough thief. Never once been caught. Still have all my fingers, or didn't you? Fine. What is it?
Two Legs, please, help me. Other Two Legs are cruel. You believe me? Many think I am just another Two Legs. They are wrong. I am out. I still have wolf thoughts in my head. But two-leg bodies are so clumsy. The sprites are near. Even now I smell them. But I cannot fight in this. Thank you, Two Legs. Be warned. The sprites have much magic. For the well they guard is older than this wood. The sprites guard the well, which is near the river to the north. I was cursed by 3 sprites who were bored. Had I fang and claws, I would shred them like meat. Birds. My brothers and sisters think me but another Two Legs now, and will not suffer my approach. I am without a pack. But it is worse than that. Your two-leg life is unbearable, like these strange things called pants. How do you tolerate them? A pack of two-legs gave me this name, but they hit me and drove me away, just for eating their pack is small, but they are Were I a wolf, they could not. This is a black pool. Return swiftly. Two Legs, do you come to me empty-handed? What is the well holds powerful magic, as old as throughout the forest. It would vanish and reappear before I was cursed. I remember strongly at Leechwood. That is the two-leg name for that wood that feasts on strength. It appears through the scent of the well was strong with its odor. Hunt well. It is there, Two Legs. The scent of water. Faint, but it does not escape me. I now go to the wilds and rejoin my pack. And now you may continue on your path, but with the knowledge of how to fight. Now I shall drink.
Traveller. Ah, finally! For a while I thought only the Warsworn used the Yolven Road. Penry Kell's my name. Traveller by vocation. I have no trade, but I do have a job. Be careful who you trust.
Interesting. You're not at all what I expected to find here. I trailed a band of Tuatha to this place. They killed the Fate Weaver. I was hoping his corpse would give me an idea of why they were here. Now I know. They were hoping to find you. Knowing you, you're definitely involved. But something tells me I know you better than you knew yourself. Don't you remember me? I'm hurt. No time for introductions now. The Tuatha are still on the move. I'm certain that we'll see one another again. Soon. Be on your way.
What happened here? Arden's dead. How did this happen? Why would they have come here? Why kill a harmless old fate? I mean, the stingy bastard owes me a week of drinks. Doesn't mean he deserved to be murdered. I was hoping to avoid this, but I think I'm going to have to take you to Delok. It's a sacred place to weave fate weavers. Somewhere that I was hoping to avoid. I was hoping Arden could take you, but I guess it comes down to me. No reason getting anyone else killed over it. Go, I'll meet you there. Once I give Arden a proper funeral. This is twice now I've buried the bodies left in your wake.